Hello and welcome. In today's episode we're going to talk about the price of the electrician, how much it costs for electrician to come and wire the whole house from A to Z, so pretty much from start to finish, how much the price was. And the price was $3,100, so might as well let you know that up front. And I'm also going to give you a quick tour here of how it's looking so far on the inside of the house, since we haven't been inside of the house in a while. So since I invited you guys in, I swept the place a little bit, try to keep it clean, so you have an idea of how all this stuff looks. And see, that's one solid wall right there, and that's the kitchen right here where you're looking at those two windows right there, and that's where you would come into the house. So the kitchen is going to be to the right there, and the sink is going to be in the middle of one of those windows that I'm walking up to right now, this one right here. And then the dishwasher will be to the right, and the counter space, it'll be, 3 feet, 1 feet 4, and then the dishwasher is 2, so you'll technically have 6 feet of space to work on in the kitchen, which for a small house is pretty much, it's a nice size to work on and cook. And see, that's the vault, so you can have an idea of how the vault is going to look through the whole house. Even though this house is 448 square feet, it feels actually pretty nice when you go inside, to be honest. It doesn't feel tiny one bit. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and you can see the 2 doors, one leading out to the deck, and then the other one is where you come in. So you got some nice cross ventilation, and that's the way I designed it, because I design all my own homes. So I don't buy any plans or anything. I just have a computer software and I design my own stuff. And right there you're looking at the ridge vent. That's how your house gets a chance to breathe. So any kind of condensation, moisture has a chance to dry out. And you're looking there into the bedroom. So that's where the door is going to go. And to the left there, well, I guess in the center of your screen right now, that's the closet. And I'll show you that in a second. So see, here in the bedroom you have 2 big windows. Those are 4 feet by 4 feet, and there's 2 of them. And those windows, as we talked about in the previous episode, they're triple pane windows. So I went way overboard and got triple pane windows. And here's the gable at the end. Those roof rafters are 2 by 12s, so I can stick R38 insulation in there, and that episode is coming up here. And see, here's the little view. Since if you remember seeing the house from this side that I'm looking at, this is pretty much high off the ground, so it almost feels like you're in a tree house. And that's the ratings I was showing you. So these windows are rated for all 50 states since they're triple pane windows. And that's the deck. It's 10 feet by about 15 feet. So plenty of room to put a table and, you know, a grill or anything you want to put on there. And eventually, if whoever gets the house, they can put a roof over it if they want to and screen it in. And see, that's the little closet. The return for the heating and air system is going to go in here, just so you know, to the left, where I'm right there where I'm looking. And the rest of it will be closet space. I forgot what it is. I think it's 2 feet by 6.5 or something like that. And then here on the top, what you're seeing is I actually had the guys frame a little storage area. So see, the closet doesn't go all the way up, so there's going to be storage above that closet, since it's not framed all the way up to the ceiling, so you're not losing that space. You can actually put your knickknacks, whatever you want, on top of the closet. So since the house is so small, you have a little bit more additional storage. And see, here's the living room slash dining room slash kitchen, I guess all the rooms combined. And once again with the triple pane windows. And this one here is tempered. And this thing was no joke how heavy this was. This window, I should have put it on a scale. But that thing, I don't know, I'm guessing 100 pounds maybe? It was ridiculously heavy because it's a triple pane window and it was tempered. So here's the stairs that you saw. The deck turned out nice, nothing fancy, just a simple design. As you can see, it's just a very simple design. That's how I build. I don't overcomplicate things. If they don't have to be, why would I want to complicate? And here's me leaning out the window. That's how you keep prices down, what I'm getting at. If you try to get cute and try to overcomplicate so things look, you know, good, and I do admit it, my homes look very plain on the outside, but they're also very reasonably priced. I mean, what contractor builds a brand new house for $400 or $500 a monthly payment? So the other one I sold was 500, what did I say, 560 was the lady's payment. And then this one here, even if they don't put anything down, this house will be probably about $450, if not less, because the interest rates actually have been falling. So see, here's the stoop that we poured, the concrete pad, so where you come into the house. Obviously I have to do some yard work. And here is the electrician part. So this is what the basically electrician got done in the first day. So you can see the can lights, the wires are run for can lights, and I'll show you all that stuff in the future episodes. And so you got the 2 lights above the kitchen right there, because I'm gonna put one of those hanging, what are they called, pendant lights. They're gonna be hanging over the sink and then over the work area. So you see some wires hanging from the ceiling, and smoke detectors right there, one in the bedroom and then one in the main area, those 2 black boxes you see on top. So here's a receptacle right when you come into the house. Once again, nice and simple, nothing crazy. It's just receptacles where they need to be. Here's one where you come out of the bedroom, you can flip the lights on. Here's the main panel. This is a back-to-back connection. What that means that the meter is going to be right on the other side of that. So when you do things that way, that easily saves you, sometimes it can save you even over $1,000. So you don't have to run that main wire, electrical wire, from one side of the house to the other. That's the hole he poked in my wall, so the line can't come in there. But the back-to-back connection is the easiest way to save money on an electrician without doing any, you know, shady cutting corner stuff. And that's what I talked about in the first build that I posted on YouTube, and that 930 square foot house, I did the same thing. Back-to-back connection, the meter is on the other side of the electrical panel, and that's the way to save money. And see, here's the closet again, framed up to the top, framed up only right there so you can put stuff on top of it for storage. And if you're hiring an electrician, make sure that person is licensed so you don't have issues later. That's one of my advice to you guys. Make sure you get the person's business card and they have a license on it. It's just how I try to do things, because you don't want your electrical job to be messed up. So that's, what else can I tell you? I have the board coming up in a second, the whiteboard, and I'm going to talk about the KISS strategy, the keep it simple strategy. So if you keep things simple in the house, electrical, plumbing, the roof lines, just the layout all together, foundation, you can save yourself a nice chunk of change. Just by doing that, you can save a lot of money. And I'm not talking like $1,500. You can save $15,000, $20,000 if you plan everything correctly, and if you just build yourself a humble house. Just a nice, simple, humble house. You can save yourself a nice chunk of change. And the electrician here, he shows up just a couple of times. They don't show up very often to do this. Total visits from start to finish, 3 to 4 visits, maybe 5 if they forget something or they don't get a chance to work all day. But if you get someone that's experienced and know what they're doing, that's all the kitchen receptacles, by the way. The electrician can be done in no time. So this guy is very, very good at what he does, and I just love the way he works. That's the TV outlets right there. Also the internet right there. That's where one sofa can sit, or maybe a computer desk, depends how people decorate the house. What else can I tell you? A licensed electrician, never pay up front. Never ever, and that's just not for about electricians, never pay up front for any kind of a job, because depends who you get. That's my fancy lock over here. Depends what you get. Some people will not show back up if you pay them up front, so don't do that. Just make sure you come up with some kind of an arrangement that you do not do that. And a lot of people make the mistakes of telling contractors, oh well, if I pay you up front, will it be cheaper? Don't even get yourself in that situation. So here's the crawl space. As you can see, it's dark in here. Those are the vents, so your house has a chance to breathe. That's just what I like to do with my homes. These are code anyway, but I just like air to flow through the house, so it has a chance to just basically breathe, just like human beings. And see, the electrician ran all the wires for the heating and air people. And there's a lot of storage under here, because you can see it's a very comfortable crawl space. If you've ever been in a crawl space, you can see, you can count the blocks, how high it is on this side and then the other side, and you'll have an idea. Each block is about 8 inches in height. So there's a lot of room to negotiate in there and to put your crap in there, I guess. And that's the electrician price, $3,100 as I said. We had the circus, that's not the circus, the fair people come into town. So I thought this was kind of cool. I shot behind the fence because I'm too cheap to pay the ticket to go inside and film on the inside. So I guess I'll just film from the outside. You still have an idea of what's going on there, and you have the mountains in the background. This is where I live, and I absolutely love it. So there you go. I won't babble anymore. $3,100 from A to Z for the electrician. Make sure the person is licensed so they do a good job. You don't have problems. Never pay up front, and love what you do, because life is a hell of a lot easier if you love what you do. So take care.